A pretty scary prospect here for HOTU. HOTU have just absolutely written them off on Nuke 16-8. Really, really impressive CT side coming out from the HOTU boys. And yeah, HOTU kind of worrying us now with where this Ancient goes. They'll be starting off on the T side. It was the T side that was very, very weak from them. So yeah, looking pretty scary to say the least.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we saw HOTU earlier on this map. They can play this map. They can play some Ancient. They know what they're doing. And that's why we're a little bit concerned. So, you know, it's a big risk, I think, picking into this map by HOTU. I hope they know what they're doing. I hope it is a stable home for them, because it needs to be in this matchup, or they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, pistol getting kicked off here. HOTU actually have a lot of utility bought up, so see what the game plan is for that. And Molotov as well on the T side. Pistol is certainly an interesting one. Two smokes coming out, going towards for an A hit here, as they will clear out Donut, send the majority of the players in through there. Oh, the A main player written off completely. Kragan from behind the site, able to find a clean headshot. Looking very good indeed. Gokishima going to be the only one left. He was holding that flank, so he's pretty far away from the action here. They've dropped the bomb and all that good stuff. About a minute for him to play with, but he's going to have to find a number of frags before he's even got a single iota of a chance of getting into this round. And, well, they are giving him the space. Just going to try and hen him in towards the save bomb site.
What do you even do? Odios just jiggling. He doesn't really need to take a fight. There's obviously no point saving on T side. No loss bonus, so Gokishima might as well give this a look in. Is anybody even facing? There's nobody there in Donut. Salazar playing towards Brokey. He's got Nodios ready to come off him. One found. Gets a few more fights than I expected, but it's not going to make a difference, and that is no bomb plant either for HOTU. So if they choose to invest here, will not have quite the same stopping power as those investments behind the plants.
Well, we'll see. What are they going to go for? It looks like no buy into this round. They'll have a deagle out for Mizu. A flash available for Gokishima to try and get them going towards the middle area. However, decent nadage coming in. That's a lot of damage done before they even see anyone here. Dragon, ready for the play around the corner, but, you know, fully backed up here. They are completely expecting the eco rush in towards mid, and HOTU will hold the line pretty cleanly there.
Yeah, shouldn't be anybody going down from here. That's the big deal here for HOTU. Just let these guys come to you. That's allowed. And it should be an easy cleanup in the end. The MP9s come in for hunting. 5 alive. Cash is looking good. But it's HOTU on the buy, and yeah, I need to know why they picked Ancient from the off, and they need to make this T-side compelling.
Yeah, I would think so. We, as said, saw very little out from their T side on Nuke, so fresh slate. Don't think about the previous map, just move into this one and play your best Counter-Strike, I suppose, which is a team that comes in as a pretty hefty underdog into a matchup like this that's had a nice game earlier today. I think that they will be very, very capable in just sort of forgetting about all the mishaps of that first map. And that really is a pretty difficult trait when it comes to the pro level Counter-Strike.
Oh. Okay, opening duel. Onto Manx is 1. Nodios hits the deck 2. Double K frags for these guys. Salazar's still on this side of the map. I feel like they should think about saving pretty soon here if they don't get an easy frag. The bomb is a long way out for the T side. Fortunately, there's re-smokes. He was already low. Gets tagged down in the end. All the 3 of the HOTU guys are here. Salazar is playing a frisky game of Counter-Strike right now. Kragan up close. Gokishima hits the deck. This is getting ever so scary. Swift still finally Helps to stabilize a tad. Case with another one-on-one now. Just Queenix. Brawl of a side hit into an afterplant. Swift still commits behind the pillar, and Queenix seems to know. He seems to know. Can't connect. Swift still drop peeks out of the right moment. Just about wins it. And that could not have been any closer.
If he had an AK there by some kind of miracle that, you know, one fell in his feet, he wins that round. But, yeah, well, he didn't. So that's the way that it goes down. And ultimately, HOTU counting their lucky stars to come away with it. ECSTATIC will have money to buy back into this one. They've got an AWP out as well. So it's not the best buy in the world, lacking a kit, lacking some utility, but they will ultimately be able to put up a defense here and hopefully respond in kind to the HOTU side of things. That's the difficult life, you know, when they go for the third round AK buy, it can be hard weaponry-wise for you to answer back in the same way. So you can be thankful on the HOTU side of things that you were up against some slightly weaker weaponry in places, but some really clean early entries coming in from them towards the cave area, and it looks like they're set to do something a bit similar here.
$4B now for ECSTATIC. Maybe they're considering some aggression. Grouping up now towards the ramp. Gokushima. Part of locking this down. Players swinging. No flashes. No warning. They've given away a bit of information. Oh, the kills, though, are so good. Free for Manx. And Nodios might just find the ultimate package if he pushes a little bit further. I think he's... It's hard to know the terrain there, but he probably can see the bomb right now. Okay. Maybe he didn't see the bomb.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think so, actually. It's not going to make a world of difference, though, at the end of the day. He still is in the proximity of the bomb, I guess. So, you know, if Nitsy's to go for it and try and retrieve that bomb, it's going to be a real challenge for him. Nice peek onto Salazar. Get his hands onto an AWP here as well and might try and take it out. But again, that's going to be a real challenge as they are starting to encroach on his position and keep him hemmed in here. Yeah, not looking too good. 10 seconds remaining. Trying to fight his way out, but every angle that he peeks into here is going to be covered off, so he just has to kind of hide in the corner, and they might push into him. They might get aggressive and try and find the frag. Nodio's going to molly him out, finds the kill after time. Nitsy with nothing but $450 to his name, so absolutely no chance at a buy in this one from HOTU. ECSTATIC with the quick answer back.
A quick update on the other games. Where are we at? So, Big has just won Movistar's map pick. That was Inferno. And now I'm going on to Vertigo, which has been a bit shaky of late for Movistar. So, maybe Big are in contention to clean that one up. NIP have won the first map against Looking for Org. It was also opposing map pick. That was Inferno. And God Center on the brink of winning their map pick in Overpass. So, return to form, I guess, for some of the big names. Now they're in the lower bracket.
Flashes round in towards the A-bomb site. They have, in fact, opted to go in for the buy, so not a big fan of this, and you can see why it absolutely falls apart at the seams. Not a single chance coming through for HOTU as they are forced away, forced back. Bomb at the feet of this Celtics. This round is absolutely over. Mizu lucky to be alive thanks to the wall. But perhaps a call to hold on to what they've got. Nodios off angle sees off Swift Steal. So just Mizu, 12 HP. Probably need to get this economy as evened up as possible. Can't find any frags. And that is a nigh-on flawless round. Up until that very last moment, they'd not taken a single point of damage on the ECSTATIC side.
Starting to get a little bit scary already, isn't it? Especially given how that first map ended. This one's a heavy eco, like a bomb plants. Keeping HOTU also off the buys. At least here, there's... well, hopefully they can do some damage. That'd be nice. To at least keep this compelling. Bit of a boost. Boost into their death. Face of Nodius. Dragons farming up too. And, well, what's the cliche? Lamb slaughter, blood on the ground, something like that.
A shot from Case. in isolation, but they'll be kept pretty firmly at bay, pretty firmly out of the B-bomb site, so they have, like, no control to work with as a twosome here, so... Yep, should be another one going the way of HOTU pretty handily. Maybe another kill would be nice for the HOTU side if they can pull one off. But even that, I think this two-man setup that they've got in the form of Manx and Kragan is just incredibly hard to get through right now. Swift still looking for a tiny, does find it there, but actually loses his life to Manx. Missed a case on the cheekiest headshot angle of the round so far. Is just not really got a hope in hell. He's squeezed by Queenix and finished off.
Okay. Back on the buy. And you see in the top right, guys, map pick here of HOTU. Of course, they would have known HOTU would have chosen CT, so we would have thought a bit about their T side. And yeah. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Should be they said their best strategies here. They've also picked into a map where HOTU extremely strong. So that also kind of indicates the HOTU themselves should have a lot of options here. But now, though, being a very default opening, lack of nades as well, mid fully seeded. They're playing the fire a bit because they're kind of relying on HOTU not to exploit lack of util down.
Very quiet here, minute and 15. HOTU have not really moved out of the initial positions that you expected T-side to get. Meanwhile, HOTU looking for some late round aggression once again. There was a smoke coming down to deal with that AWP. They go a bit early. Still committing to the idea, though, in case just not ready. They'll evenly trade things back, but could get caught in transition by Mizu here. They will do indeed. 4 versus 2 as there was a kill towards middle. So... low HP, 15 now for Queenix. Salazar, meanwhile, is not in a great spot. Not in a great spot at all.
All too easy. Well played. Gokushima was posted on that ramp. Aggression gets one. And well exploited by the player that pushed through cave. And Salazar does need to save this. Manx, Queenix, Kragan, they have money. Salazar can drop one rifle onto Nodios potentially. But we need one save here. That makes it a little bit easier. But nice round from HOTU. I mean, it was very slow. You ultimately did rely on HOTU to push into you to get the opening, but can't fault HOTU for that. They just capitalized on the opportunity in front of them.
Well, HOTU will have money just about to buy in. Thanks to Mr. Moneybags, Queenix able to drop across the Nodios. But it will cost them everything here to rebuy into this round. So, kind of need to be getting this one on the board. HOTU inconsistent so far. We've had some very, very, very soft rounds, I think it's safe to say, from them. Maybe now is the opportunity to string a couple together. We'll see what HOTU go for. They tried to pull off aggression in the previous round. They're going for it once again here. So much utility coming in towards lane. Going to clear all the angles. Smoke keeps them at bay, and they've got that lane control that they so desired here. What are they going to do with it, though?
Very slow T-side from HOTU, isn't it? I can assure you, HOTU will not look the same when these half are flips. Half is flipped over because they love to play with pace. Molly comes in, Manx is... actually doesn't get all the way into the cubby. That's a bit of a mistake. Remolly comes in and there isn't a smoke for Manx, so he's probably a dead man. But they're buying a lot of time here. 50 seconds remaining, yet to take any control. These two, Salazar starting to lean back towards B. There's a long checklist here to complete before HOTU get onto a bomb site with 40 seconds left.
there is an awful lot to do. Nodio's going to give up the advanced position in the cave area, dropping back. Salazar, meanwhile, a very open hold here with the AWP. Well-placed flashbangs could really see him off. It's actually the smoke that he's having to be able to work around despite the flash. He finds the frag, but the trade frag is so fast. Nodio's hidden at the back end of the site. Good for one. They weren't expecting him to be here. He nearly catches another. It's left in a 2 versus 2, though. The bomb will go down. There's no kit available. There's no utility available for these remaining ECSTATIC players, apart from the fact that they are moving very, very fast and might not be expected. Nitsi, nearly caught in the backside. Is he covered from behind? He's not. He's not. The AWP was there, but it wasn't ready for the peak to come in. However, round the corner, Gokushima is just too fast.
They need a round like that. Massive conversion in the end. And it didn't look good for them the whole way through. Only right in those closing stages did he get into a decent scenario in the 2-on-2. ECSTATIC, with their money on the brink, have gone for a 4-spy. 3 M4s out in play. Couple MP9s. No kits. Utility is good. That is nice. But if we get into an afterplant, lack of kits could be a problem. We'll keep an eye on that. For now, HOTU, same as ever. Very slow default, giving all this space. ECSTATIC have had this B main control, this B lane control, every single time they've wanted it. Every single time.
Nodio's got to be careful here. So close to the action. Gokushima's going to find Manx. That's out towards lane from mid. All quiet after that frag. They do have some B control, but Nodios is very, very apprehensive, as you can probably tell. He's all alone on the B-bomb site for a fair amount of time there. He's still going to stick around with this MP9. Wants to make it sing up close. Nothing coming his way just yet. Flashes go in on both sides of the equation. Nodio's going to be able to find 2. He almost gets 3 there. Kragan's back through with a trade. They've got the bomb firmly secured here on the CT side of things. 2 players to bolster that one up. 3 versus 2. Swift Steel is being flanked out here. Queenix trying to track him down, secures the kill, and leaves it all onto the AWP of Gokushima.
He's just going to save. I don't see another option here. Yeah, no choices. 20 seconds. And HOTU would have lost a lot of their loss bonus with that couple rounds. Case is ever so little money. Swift Steel, Mizu, and Nitsi are hardly much better off. So we'll see where their money shakes out. It's going to be right on the brink as we get into the following. They're starting to stabilize a little bit of static. They've lost the first kill on that round. Lot on Nodios and that B-ramp aggression to get them back into it. Kragan as well with a nice frag. Looks like a half-life from HOTU. It's just not quite enough to think about a full investment.
Timeout coming through here from ECSTATIC. I think they are a bit panicked. Money's starting to get away from them ever so slightly with how close these rounds are coming. And also, I think just understanding the position that they're in, they need to solidify this lead and really set themselves up for a scary half here. Keep HOTU firmly at arm's length. And it's certainly easier said than done in this game right now. HOTU have stayed very close to the mark in some of these rounds, making sure that they keep things as competitive as possible.
Okay. So what do they got for us? Of course, Fukushima saved AWP. Now we're looking towards to make something happen, get us an opening. At the moment, he's just throwing some supported nades for mid. Of course, it's the pistol players going to get out fast. Queenix with a bad duel. Wide swing from the pistols. AK onto Swift Steel. Lots of mid control. Manx tries to push to reply. This is not looking good. Nitsi collects a head as well for good measure. Of all the rounds, how is this one working for HOTU?
Insanity after a pause as well. It's just crazy to see, and that shot lands from Gokushima as well, pretty much securing this one, to be honest. Nodios, I mean, even trying to make it out of here could be a bit of a challenge. Not ready for Case. Goes down pretty swiftly. Massive round from HOTU. And that will break the bank of HOTU as well. So it sets them up into a crazy spot now after the pause as well. Unbelievable that HOTU are just able to take it. But we've seen HOTU losing those types of rounds all day long. So maybe there is a weird sort of trend here.
Even Gokushima. Flash helps him set up. Of course, this sort of buy from HOTU. It's worrisome. It's all they can muster. Gokushima peaks, can't connect. No harm, no foul, really. Ooh, the lurkout. The lurkout's so good. Queenix down. Queenix down, and now the CD's going to panic. Do you take information? Do you rotate? There's no good option from here.
Itzy finding another Mizu going to take out Nodios. Was never really a big fan of this force buy from the get-go, but it has indeed failed them miserably. They'll look to hold on to what they have here. Salazar with his fam ass, Manx with his AK that he's retrieved, but don't know whether the hunt's going to be on. It looks like it might be there. They're pretty wide here on the T side, pretty confident in the fact that they've secured the round, and will now start to look for the frags and make sure there ain't no saving for HOTU, as this is a key opportunity for HOTU to move up to 6 on the T side.
Yes, indeed. Update on the major, 9-6. Gamer Legion. CT side of Inferno. And then an 8-round win streak there at one point, which is not too shabby against what might be the best Inferno team in the world.
Yeah, we'll see. Our boy Ash keeping the UK hopes alive, baby.
Terrorists win.
We love it. We wear it. Let's go.
Bit of a crossover of sorts. Either way, HOTU will take their weaker weaponry into the next round here. As said, HOTU should be able to even things up if they continue to play their cards right. It is a fantastic looking T side so far. I think 5 or 6 rounds you can be really happy with that, and they are threatening down for a bit more. So indeed, perhaps the map pick of Ancient here is really ringing true for the HOTU side so far.
Ooh, that was close. Just got to avoid Manx and Salazar, and it should, in quotation marks, be an easy round for HOTU. They love this slow T side, giving all the space. Not scared to work back in late. And coalescing now towards the A main position. Manx in Temple. Queenix up close. Could be deadly if Manx gets a kill and pulls attention. Maybe Queenix can come into play.
Gokushima. Looking for his angle. No one's going to give it to him, though. Manx holding patiently. Not moving. Even as the smokes come in. Queenix up close. Oh, the flash is there. Queenix able to find 2 heads. Now we open the round up. There has been kills towards middle, though. Swiftsteel is dealing with the rotators and dealing with them pretty effectively. Manx has been Molotov'd off. Can't really stop the bomb flank coming in here. Trying to find the crack angle. Doesn't work for him. Gokushima takes him down. Confirms the round. It feels like Salazar smoked out and will look to hold what he has into the next round once again, as HOTU will even things up, keeping this game competitive.
Manx could just never activate, could he? That flashbang was so good on the entry, and then the repeat Molotovs behind it made it ever so difficult. It's a good utility for HOTU. That's what wins them the round. There's no kit on Salazar, so there's never going to be a ninja or anything of the sorts. 6 apiece. I'm impressed. HOTU. I wonder when HOTU are going to change the game here, because it's not actually working that well getting this map control, is it? They're just investing all their utility and they're not getting any frags out of it. So I wonder if they're going to drop the pace now and play a bit slower. Got to recognize that what they've been doing hasn't worked super well in the last couple gun rounds.
Nades raining in. Not going to do an awful lot of damage. Manx looking to get aggressive here. Oh, he nearly finds a frag. Not quite. Nodios will be there to trade him out at the very least. So now the damage that's been done really does come into play. HOTU ultimately unable to answer back. Gokushima, though, aggressive post up here. Kragan walks straight into his crosshair. Easy frag. Not expecting it. Gokushima going to go flying in towards B by himself as well. This is an awful lot of confidence coming in from the AWPer. Nodios wins his fight out on towards Case. Nade will do some decent damage, but doesn't see off Gokushima just yet. Phoenix is here quick. Can't drop the bomb. They've done so much damage, but just can't convert the kills. They know where Nodios is at in towards the cave area. Meanwhile, this is a very, very, very quick flank coming through from the AWP. If he had an automatic weapon, I would give him the time of day, but he doesn't. However, he's still going to get the catch and leave it all onto Nitsi. All alone. Finds the first. Ready for the second, but Nodio still gets it done despite the 14 HP. What a clutch coming in. What a round coming in on the 4K.
Colossal. Absolutely colossal. I thought the clutch on Nuke was good anti-eco, but this was even better. It's still a grind, though, for ECSTATIC, if that's what it takes to win a round. Be a little bit nervous. 1-9 loss bonus. They're going to have no cash in reserve. They're buying the following. It'll be 15th. They'll have to buy new if they lose this round. Will be harrowing. It'll be awful. So HOTU, they can still get 8 out of this. And that is a very strong showing on the T side of Ancients. Very important round. A 9-6 for ECSTATIC is a pretty good look too. Let's see how this one transpires. Case up close. This red room smoke. Queenix in the vicinity. Swift Steel is low and Queenix is going to commit to the corner. Nodios is with him. Who takes contact first? Big frag from Swift Steel. Case can't get it done. Nodios ripping heads. Like it's his middle name at the moment. Man advantage for ECSTATIC in this all-important round.
What of a hell of a 2 rounds Nodios has had. Absolutely incredible stuff. The rest of the team, unfortunately, not quite pulling their weight. 2 return frags for HOTU. Pull this 4 versus 3 into now a 3 versus 2 that I think is going to be a save. Manx has recovered the AWP and he doesn't really want any part of this at all. Nodios kind of, chomping at the bit to get in there, but his better judgment calls him away, and it will be a 7th for HOTU. Closest damn it at the turn of the half then. No real team to come away with a clear advantage, but we'll see. There is that 8th up for grabs.
How did that fall apart so fast? That felt like an instant. 2 ECSTATIC players just died immediately to the duels.
Terrorists win.
Well, HOTU poised to win this half. Nodios can drop a rifle. Going on to Kragan, Queenix. All in all, the buy is pretty good considering they lost the round. But it's far from perfect. What more could Nodios have done to win them the round there? He was monstrous. Just needed the cavalry, didn't he?
Yeah, needed even just one supporting act. But he didn't get it. Happens to the best of us, I'm sure. They're back through with a buy into this round, though, to try and find number 8. Certainly going to be easier said than done. These MP9s didn't really find an awful lot of anything in the previous round. Queenix just makes it up in time. Thanks. Don't know about that one. However, double for Queenix. The bait play works out successfully. Big damage down to Swift Steel. 3 remain for HOTU. They're locked out of B. They really don't have any control to work with, and they have maybe fumbled this one ever so slightly. Swift Steel going to fall as well to the aggression of Queenix with the recovered AWP. Brilliant round coming through from him.
Was a window where it's just Salazar on B, but that's gone. That is gone. You didn't need to get aggressive, Salazar. You did not need to get aggressive. Bit of pressure on Nodios now to not go down for nothing, and indeed he does. 2-on-2. Queenix is here, but Case wants a fight. Molotov makes it so awkward for Queenix, and he goes down. And this is not the ecstatic that beat Movistar earlier. Way too overzealous. And they've been punished. It's just Kragan. 1-on-2. Sneaks through the smoke. Mizu down. Can't connect. Case gets it done. HOTU win the half. What a great performance.
I'll keep your picture in my room, 'cause it gets me in the mood. You're still living free in my head. You got me so confused. My mind is full of you. Still want you in my room. Don't wanna get rid of you. On my mind, but I am up too late. You got me so confused. My head is full of you. You keep slipping away. I learned the hard way. But something's gotta stay. Don't let it go to waste. Do you remember all of the long nights warm in my bed? Night for the sunrise, that's what you said. You held me so tight each time again. I'll keep your picture in my room. Don't wanna get rid of you. On my mind when I am up too late. You got me so confused. My head is full of you. Don't win silly games. Don't leave me hanging on. Keep me hanging. Said it once, I'll say it again. Your love is what I want. Do you remember all of the long nights warm in my bed? Not for the sunrise, that's what you said. And you have me so tight each time again. In my room, I'll keep you safe. Don't stay away too long, pulling back and forth. Still got me paralyzed. Got what you came for. One thing that I've kept. I'll keep your picture in my room, 'cause it gets me in the mood. You're still a free.
We are back with another close as damn it half. Same as the first map. We'll see whether ECSTATIC can, well, pull out another masterclass, I suppose, into the second half. Seems to be a bit of a second half merchant kind of team at the moment. HOTU, though, with the slim advantage, would love to get this pistol and grow their lead.
Kind of feels like ECSTATIC needed it, doesn't it? Just to get a little bit of a buffer. It's not old ancient, so I'm not totally nervous for them just yet, but to hit the ground running on this offense would be nice. Bit of a B retake sort of setup from HOTU. Case is set all the way back. He's going to try and take a duel, but ultimately these smokes be keeping out of any direct fights. Bomb creeping up. Wide plant for Manx, and they get a kill straight through the smoke. That is That is very handy. Swift still kidding a smoke on him. Place that well and get into the retake, lads.
Pretty timid so far, you have to say. First fight over towards the ramp area. 250 to fight off against as well. Queenix going to swing round. Spots 3 of them. Nitzy will take out Manx, and he finds Queenix. Gokushima with the final 2 frags as well from the cave area. Glorious stuff there, you have to say, from HOTU, only losing 1 player.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Very nice. Been very nice. Look at the games quickly. See where we're at. And IP 1 map up. 6-2 T side of their map pick. That's Mirage. Big Movistar is 7-2 for Big. Their map pick Inferno. Vertigo on the T side. And the other game is the Godsend Domination, which is second map. Domination's pick, and Godsend are up 5-0. You have to say, across the board, in the other games, the favourites are winning. Here, the favourites might push us to, might lose this one and head us to a map 3.
It is certainly possible. Quick frags coming in here, not a chance for ECSTATIC. Tried to rush in towards B off the back of the force buy, and they have been completely written off. HOTU looking good, you gotta say.
Certainly do.
It is pretty curious to me when you get to a point like this, you know, where ECSTATIC have to maybe turn the game around and get themselves back into the swing of things, get themselves back into the mindset. I think it can be a bit of a challenge when considering a team like HOTU. How do you play against them? How do you try and anti-strat them? Really have to believe in the confidence of your own game in a matchup like this, and that is certainly easier said than done. Kragan nearly gets the catch onto Nitzy, but not going to happen. That might have opened the round up, but it just doesn't happen for them. First rifle coming in then, ECSTATIC. Very quickly got to answer back here because the game's starting to get away from them slightly.
Started off really strong as well, this map. Been all HOTU of late. Full investment in. What do they got to show for us? Earlier on, very explosive T-side, very fast. None of the playing for late round shenanigans that we saw from HOTU. Here it comes. Exploding out into mid. Counter flashes there. That is good. Where's the trade from Kragan? Not to be. 2 for Nitzy. At the same time, we've got B aggression out from this pair of players. This Case. In from Jagan. This is a mess of a round. Maybe they should have fought better on this aggression. 3-on-3. Queenix is still A. There's nobody here. If he takes any space, he's got a world of free real estate.
Thinking about it. Meanwhile, on
They've really
B,
sacked both bomb sites.
Yeah, they're going to
mad.
miss each other. Timing gets scarier and scarier. They actually pull off. And they might think that B is clear, but not the case. Nodios with a really smart move, a really smart read to find that key frag. They've now got a flank that can activate. Surely this has to be ECSTATIC's round, you have to say. Looking at the game state, looking at the positions that they're in, this feels like it is, you know, all but over. Queenix sees off Nitzy, and now it's just Mizu moving through from the backsides here, through the cave area, going to be Molotoved off. Does not have a lot of time to work with. He's got a kit, but I don't think this one's going his way. There's pretty much only one area that he can be in if he is going to contest for the round. At the same time, if he finds this kill, little does he know how open that bomb site was for just a second there. Whew, nice finds here, nice shots. Round itself not going to happen, and he goes down eventually to Queenix, so no saved orb across there for HOTU.
It's kind of worth it, though. I think the damage is pretty nuclear. I mean, Queenix can drop 1 AK, but outside of that, there's going to be some Galils in the mix for sure. Whilst HOTU's by minus perhaps 1 player, and not even that. Pretty good across the board. Maybe a little bit lacking in utility on a few guys. But certainly not the end of the world. Alrighty. But if HOTU can change some rounds together, suddenly it becomes a compelling game. If they lose this one, we're not far from map 3.
Not looking good. Swift Steel with a double spray down to open up. So going to need a really, really, really strong recovery here from HOTU, and I think that is asking a lot of them. Just not happening for them, is it really? 1-for-1 trade's not going to be good enough. Needed that kill. Could go towards A. It is a bit more vulnerable here. Very quickly, Queenix is gaining space towards middle. Ooh, looking for a flank. Could get some good time against Swift Steel, who's not ready for the fight at all. Deep position for Nitzy towards A, though. This is the one thing that I don't know that they will really consider. He's going to hear them coming as well, so a call for the rotations. Molly goes down. One plank going to come in. Nitzy's not quite in position to stop it. It seems like they are ready for an A main push. He's just really baiting this position out. Gokashima going to find Queenix, however. That leaves it all onto Salazar. Hell of a thing if he can clutch this one up. Find some decent damage, but does not get the frag and will indeed go down. Number 12 coming through for HOTU here. Really, 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 really solid position they find themselves in now.
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm wondering where the money will be at for HOTU. There is a world here where you could force. It's really if one more player could get an AK, I think they would definitely buy, because they know that HOTU's money is a disaster. Let's have a look. They might half buy, but you've got to keep up the economic pressure. That's how you win this game for HOTU. You've got to fully break the HOTU money. Double ecos. 4 buys to follow. Here comes that half buy. Kragan does muster a hero AK. It's not been his game so far, but we know he can be an absolute monster. A Kraken, you might say.
Eats a nade for his trouble, though, to kick off this round, Alan, so not the best of starts for him. They'll get the cave control.
Mitsu's solo, bro. He's solo.
There's only one on B. For now, rotation's coming in. So it should be well held in a second. They don't really have the utility to either. Nice find from Mizu there. Team kill in the mix. That's not good. Would have been an even 4v4. Not the case, though. Nodios not quick enough off the mark to deal with Swift Steel, leaving Salazar nothing but a PT-50. He will go down, and HOTU will find 13.
Ooh. Just need a little bit more damage there, HOTU. Now that full reset's a little bit out of range. Over in Paris, just gone 12 apiece. As that second map is reaching crunch time. This one, however, does not feel like it's going to go close anytime soon. We need a miracle. We need a miraculous recovery for HOTU. Got to start here. These mid fights have been consistent frags for HOTU. They keep finding kills. Not this time, though. Not this time. Kragan capitalizes. 2 for him. Big gap in the defense. Bisects the map, and look at the rotations. B is given up as Case and Mizu decide we've got to do something. As they start to coalesce in towards mid. Both bomb sides open. This bomb heads up to be anytime soon. It will be an HOTU round.
Unbelievably panicked from the side of HOTU. Really just don't know where to go, where to look, what to expect, and they are banking on A. That would be the incorrect place to put your money right now. And as this utility comes in, they might just start to realize what's going on. Kragan. Timing here. He's being watched for, but he wins the spray down nonetheless. And that will most certainly secure the round. Number 9 for ECSTATIC. Still a bit more work to be done. However, I don't know if the bank is necessarily there. Maybe with these 2 save rifles, I think they just about are able to get something going.
Feels like Mizu's playing with fire a bit, doesn't it? They really
Definitely
need
just
these rifles.
save. We're not really big fans when players do the half exit, half save thing, you know, just fully commit, get in a corner, far away from the action. Seems like he's doing that now. He's still gunning for a fight though, isn't he? He really does want to take one.
Yeah, you would have thought just staying in the A main tunnels would have been the play. I mean, nobody there. It's not the end of the world. But, yeah. Well, here we go. Now the HOTU money is going to get drained. So we should start paying attention. Kragan's warmed up, hasn't he? Some good rounds in mid. Let's keep it that way. Very important position. Okay, triple nade from HOTU. They would have heard that, ECSTATIC. You do not need to fight this. Come on, guys. You know it's free in mid. Take space elsewhere. Oh. Thank God there's a trade. And Casey, it might be a dead man. He's... Oh my God, he's really in the open. Alright, 4 and 4 as the dust settles.
Again, not really ideal for HOTU. A bit unsure of where to rotate, where to play, where to post themselves up. Really does kind of scare you, I think, in the interim. Nice find from Salazar, catching them trying to go for some aggression to recover the round back. Flash comes in. Not going to be able to spot this second player, but he gets on a positional change, out of dodge as the flash comes around. So, info there that there's probably a deep push. Meanwhile, Gokushima off angle, not ready for the second player. The second player is apprehensive to trade. So this gets a little bit interesting. Manx nearly taken down on the way out, and Gokushima is now hunting him. Knows that he's got to be trapped round this corner. Will find the frag. 3 on 2. Player in temple as well, going to have a chance at the fight, but Queenix takes his head clean off. Smoke going to go down. However, Salazar's got one to recover it. The push coming through the smoke. Case is not covered. They're not expecting him at all. Finds the first, finds the second, and nicks that round away. It was looking good for ECSTATIC.
Oh, a lot of that round as well. Oh, easily a minute of that round. They're in a big advantage. Oh, again, it's a bit like earlier. Again, a little bit frustrating, this ECSTATIC team, because they do put themselves in so many great positions. This was another one of those. They open the door. Get their fingers in the wrong place, and Gokushima comes over and slams that door right on the fingers. Crack they go. As the cracks start to form in this map. 2 left for HOTU to win their map pick. Pushes to a third. And, well, they've already had a hell of an upset already today. Beating big 2-0. And they're making this Ancient very compelling. They're ever so close now.
Looking clean. Looking very, very clean. There still will be a buy available from ECSTATIC. Loss bonus and bomb plants and all that good stuff stacking up for them. They have sent all their chips in towards middle and not a single chance here. Oh, Mizu and Swift Steel both going to chime in. Looking like the third map is a call-in. HOTU with a hell of a performance in the second half. It is so great to see that this team is able to bounce back after being absolutely written off on the first. But a game of map picks so far. What can Queenix, Nodios, and Salazar get done here? It looks like not very much. Just going to be down to Queenix and Salazar. Killing on the edge of the smoke. Flash comes in. He takes a lot of damage for that kill. There's still 2 bodies to get through as well. One of them is the AWP, who has not been missing very often in the past few rounds. Salazar going to eat a nade. Gokushima gets his deagle out and sees the round off.
No bomb plant either. No bomb plant. Not looking good at all for ECSTATIC. Little bit of cash in reserve for HOTU, so it's also fairly nice. Pauses in as they discuss this buy. Of course, they have to invest, given the scoreline. I don't even know what you buy here. Do you do Tech 9 armor and do a set piece, or really didn't feel like there's a good option.
Yeah, I think you kind of stuck for ideas, to be honest. Maybe it would have been an idea to take this time out a bit earlier as well when things were starting to get away from you. That's one thing. But they've tried aggression. They've tried early picks. They've found early picks and let rounds slip away. So it's a difficult prospect from here on in. I think you may be at a point where it feels like not much is working for you right now, so you kind of need a wing and a prayer on this one.
Paris update. Game of Legion 15-12. Third is starting to back in that series, and that alone is pretty incredible, given the supposed disparity between the teams. Odios here, bit of a poke, bit of a prod. And the smoke should keep him at bay for now.
Ooh. Nice from Case through the smoke. Gonna get himself another as well. That starts to nail in this one. 5 versus 3, not looking good at all for the ecstatic side. They lose another. That one's out towards middle, so not looking good. And Case is having a round here. Finds himself a 3K. Maybe looking for a little more. Kragan going to try and deny him away, but just misses the head by a sliver. 35 seconds, 5 to get through. Bomb to recover. It's not going to happen, is it? Nice shot. But he's overwhelmed eventually. In the end, 16-9 does it. HOTU managed to find that second map looking good on Ancient. We go to our third. It's going to be Anubis, and it's another pretty safe map. Seems to be one of the more played maps at the very least for the HOTU side of things. So this really does get interesting now.
Yeah, I mean, we framed at the start of the series. These are basically